Hi, let's get to Rome from Naples and look around, shall we? In my last video, I talked about how our final destination was supposed to be Naples, but somehow we ended up in Rome instead. Our original flight to Naples was on the morning of the 17th, and we were supposed to reach on the 18th, giving us about a day and a half to just roam around Naples, eat everything we could find, and just ease into the trip. But unfortunately, that flight got cancelled. The only alternative Emirates could book us on was a flight to Rome. And since all our accommodation and all our onward travel were already booked from Naples, staying in Rome wasn't really an option. So here we were, using Rome as a pit stop. The audacity. By the time we finally reached Naples, it was already too late to explore properly. So we dropped our bags at the Airbnb and did the only sensible thing anyone should do in Naples. We went for pizza, in the birthplace of pizza. And oh my god, the very first bite was even better than I had imagined. We had asked the lovely lady serving us for a recommendation, and she pointed us to what became the best pizza I have ever had in my entire life. I don't think anything will ever top that. After dinner, we slowly walked back to our Airbnb. After such a long journey, I felt so light, so settled, and so incredibly happy that I cannot really put into words. It felt like every bit of stress from the last few days had completely disappeared. We slept like logs that night. The next morning, I woke up to the sunrise peeking out from behind Mount Vesuvius. For a few seconds, I genuinely thought that I was still dreaming. Watching the sun slowly rise behind Vesuvius from our hotel room was never really something I thought I'd experience in my lifetime. But somehow, there I was, standing at the window, trying to convince myself that this was real. We were checking out that very day, so we packed our bags, well, not that we had really unpacked them in the first place, got dressed, and headed out to explore Naples. And the city instantly stole my heart. The streets, colorful buildings with laundry hanging from balconies, tiny cafes tucked into corners, scooters squeezing through impossible gaps. It all felt so alive. Naples has this beautiful chaos that somehow feels comforting rather than overwhelming. As we wandered around, we came across a tiny little dessert shop and decided to stop. And that's where I had the best tiramisu I have ever eaten and probably ever will eat for the rest of my life. Soft, creamy, and perfectly balanced. It was one of those desserts that makes you close your eyes after the first bite. Eventually, it was time to leave. We headed back to our Airbnb, checked out, and booked an Uber to the port. And here's a little tip if you're traveling to Italy. Download WeTaxi or free now because Uber is ridiculously expensive here. We finally reached the port. We had booked our ferry tickets in advance. Although you can buy them on the spot as well, it will just cost you a bit more. As we stood in the queue to board the ferry, I got my first glimpse of that unbelievable Mediterranean blue. I thought I had an idea of what the journey to Sorrento would look like. But I was wrong, because what came next was even more beautiful than I could have imagined. So stay tuned for the next video.